And I understand why that doesn't happen. It's laborious, you know, and that's part of why it's taken me 5 years to start this project, because I have a lot that I want to do with the visuals, and I want to be able to do it the way I want to do it. And I joke to people about, you know, when I was trying to figure out how to describe my project, I would say, I wouldn't know how to describe it, and then I finally came upon this metaphor. I'm like, well, it's like I'm casting a TV show. Because I want to use photography in this graphic novel and have characters that are played by actors, and I know that there are other graphic novels that do that, but I have to cast for it, and so I have to find the right people and people that I can work with over the long term, because I ultimately want to write at least 5 books. We'll see what happens. That's my intention right now. And so yeah, I have to cast this TV show, and of course, on top of it, I don't just want to take pictures. You know, I have to plan out each panel, and I want to modify the photos in the end, because I don't want them to just look like photographs that I took. I want to combine drawn elements and make this very artistic and very impressionistic in some ways. And so I really have this idea in my head that I haven't yet translated, so be patient with me. I know there's not anything on the site yet, but I didn't want that to stand in the way of me getting started talking about this project, because part of what I want to share is the unique process by which I create this product. I think that my process is extremely organic, and I think people would be really interested in following along and also seeing it from the very beginning, because part of what I think people have this illusion, and why people don't start their own things, is they have this illusion that it just kind of comes forth like Athena born from the head of Zeus, you know, full form, ready to go. And I wanted to dispel that illusion. I wanted to show that it's a pretty messy road. It's hard to believe in yourself enough to take those steps, to do what you need to do, to create something. And, you know, it takes time, and it's a process, and even in the beginning, I mean, I'm dealing with fears now. Every time I put pencil to paper, I go, God, you know I've done this when I was a kid. I know how this is done, but I don't know how to do it. You know, I have fears all the time, and I have to push through those fears for everything right now, because I have an idea in my head, but getting it out into reality is the tough part. And I want to do something very ambitious, and I've told myself, no, this is too complicated, you're trying to do too much for a long time, and that's why I haven't started. So I'm starting, and I'm hoping that there'll be a little excitement generated by the site, so that if I need help, I can get it, because I am trying to do something that's a little wacky. But that's just the overview. I am in the process of doing a few things, so within the month there will be things to look at, so be patient with me. It'll happen. It's not all talk. It's going to be good. I see people have been visiting the latest webcomic page and being, you know, jumping off at that point going, there's nothing here. But I promise you we're going to have some good stuff up there soon. Hopefully, well, I've decided it's going to be good. It'll be good for me at least, just to get it done after thinking about it for so long. So, yeah, I mean, the manifesto, a part of it is that, you know, you can do your own thing, you know, I'll talk more about process. I've actually been a coach in several instances. I also read tarot, and I feel like that's kind of part of what I'm here to do, is to guide people towards their own dreams. And, you know, I really want to talk more about the common threads, the common themes that I see with people feeling blocked, and why people feel cut off from their bliss. And I want to help to show that, to dispel the illusion that you can't do what you want to do, no matter how hard it is. You know, it is hard, but that's okay. It's still worth it. And when you are fully invested in something, the fact that it's hard doesn't become as much of a problem, because you're really engaged in what you're doing. So that's everything. It's a graphic novel. It's an artist process. It's about following your bliss. it's about trying to create something that's not quite like anything anyone else has done before. At least I don't think I have, to my knowledge. And so I'm definitely going into uncharted waters, and I'm trying to realize something that's in my head, that, you know, maybe I'm crazy. Well, I like crazy. I eat crazy for breakfast. So I hope you'll join me while I eat crazy for breakfast. I will be Twittering. I am on LiveJournal. I am on Facebook and MySpace. So follow me in those places. I'm on YouTube as well. I will be, you know, you can sign up for my newsletter. That's the best way to keep in touch, although I hope you will sign up in these other networks, because the newsletter I won't send out extremely frequently. And I'll keep you up to date. And as of now, this may change, but I think I'm going to be participating in Kamikaze, Australian 24-hour comic challenge on June 12th, possibly. So that would be this following weekend, June 12th, 2010. And I may do something again later in the month, but I don't know for sure. But keep an eye out on the blog and on the events page. I will announce it, and I will be attempting to live stream from my studio, us working. That may just be as simple as one camera set up and we come over and say hi every once in a while, we or me or whoever's there at the time, or it may be a little bit more of a production, but working on the details for that. So, you know, at least I'll have something put together. I don't think that I'll be able to do my big vision for Kamikaze in terms of my visual aesthetic that I'm going for, but it'll be fun. It'll be a nice little warm-up and something fun for people to participate in. And you can chat with me while we're streaming it, so you can say hi, and I'll have a moderator there to take your questions. We won't be able to take everyone's questions, or we won't be at the computer all the time, but feel free to pop in and say hello. I think that's it for now. It was a long first post. My later ones will be shorter, but I just wanted to give an introduction and talk about the project and what I wanted to do with it, what my intentions were. So I hope you will follow along and say hi on the comments and email me. Feel free to email me. Well, I gotta put a contact form on my site. I'll do that. But just drop me a line or say hello in a blog post. Tell me what you're interested in hearing about. I want to hear from people. Fill out my survey if you can on the front page, and just give me a little feedback. Help me make this site into something cool that will be helpful. And please send this out to your friends. If you think anyone will be interested in this, I can use all the help I can get spreading the word, especially for this weekend. If we do this event this weekend, I would just love it if there were some new faces showing up there, because I want this to be great. I want it to be a big deal, and I hope that you will enjoy following along with me as this project unfolds. And thank you for your time and attention and for following along this far, and I'll see you more on the site.